Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Madam Hazina binti Harumaini. I am Amal Amani binti Muhammad Saidi and my metric number is 08TEP19F1199. Today, my teammate and I would like to present our graph and chart. All the data in this presentation are from our entrepreneurship project that occur from the first week of March until the second week of June 2022. I will lay out a few of the main courses for this slide, which are: first, the percentage of customer from Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, and Perak. Second, the monthly sale of tea manis and Garpo Kitchen. Third, the weekly sale quantity from March until June 2022. And then lastly, the total sales profit from March until June 2022. Next, here are the table of the percentage of customer from Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, and Perak. A percentage of these customers were tabulated and made into a pie chart, which were included in the next slide. From this pie chart, we can induce that a majority, which are in magenta color, 60% of customers came from Kuala Lumpur that contributed the most from of all the sales. This made a huge gap between other state customers. Next, as you can see, Perak and Selangor. Perak and Selangor both concluded the sales that caps at 20% for each state. This huge margin between Kuala Lumpur made them as runner-up in our sales. Our team mainly are from Kuala Lumpur. Thus, we are focusing more in Kuala Lumpur. The sale focusing in these three states due to a geolocation which is nearby, thus reducing the postage cost for our customer. For now, I will pass to my teammate Nurin Batrisha. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Sabrina Humara binti Musa with matrix number 08TEP20F1036. I will be presenting on the monthly sales of the Manis and Garpo Kitchen. As we can see here, the table shows the monthly sales for each week from the first week of March until the second week of June. This is a graph of month versus number of sales, where the y-axis of this graph shows the 4 months, which is March, April, May, and June, while the number of sales in ringgit measure appear on the x-axis. Using the legend on the left, green stands for week 1, orange indicates week 2, blue stands for week 3, and purple represents week 4. In March, sales rose from 635 ringgit and 75 cents in the first week to 671 ringgit and 62 cents in the second week. Then it increased to 685 ringgit and 50 cents in the third week, and finally it jumped to 710 ringgit and 13 cents in the fourth week. The sales in April climbed from 930 ringgit and 22 cents in the first week to 1,062 ringgit and 98 cents in the second week. In the third week, it grew from 1,194 ringgit and 37 cents, then rocketed to 1,635 ringgit and 43 cents in the fourth week. Due to the fact that it was Ramadan during that time, there was a drastic increase because our customers mostly book for iftar and Nuri. Moving on to May, it started at 996 ringgit and 87 cent in the first week. Then there was a decrease in the second week when the sales were 958 ringgit and 69 cents. It then rose to 1,030 ringgit and 57 cents in the third week. Last but not least, there was an increase to 1,371 ringgit and 87 cents in the fourth week. The plummet in the second week was due to our inactivity on social media for celebrating Eid. In June, sales rocketed from 1,120 ringgit and 32 cents in the first week to 1,945 ringgit and 28 cents in the second week. Since the semester was about to end, we decided to close our business by offering discounts on all of our products. That is why there was a huge sales increment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurin Batrisha binti Abdul Rahim. My matrix number is 0 DEP20F1044. Today I want to explain the line chart weekly sale for our sales. So, as you know, the table show now is a weekly sale total from March to June for all items, namely samia rolls, brownies, traditional kuih muih, and types of cake. The sales conducted by Carrefour Kitchen and D Manis are listed in the table. Carrefour Kitchen sells samia roll, while D Manis sells traditional cake, traditional kuih muih, brownies, and other types of cake. Okay, let's us move to a line chart. Line chart showing the total number of sales sold in the market for all items. For sale conducted in March went smoothly because each week a total number of orders for each item sold increased. All is well known in April, Muslims around the world perform fasting. Many programs are conducted and snacks after the program must be served. Discuss the number of demand for traditional kuih muih and brownies to increase greatly for each week in April. Further, demand of sales in May increased between the first and the second week only and decreased in the third week and again increased in the fourth week. This is because on May 2 we celebrate Eid Raya Aidil Fitri. So because of that, the demand of the customer for traditional kuih muih, brownies, and type of cake increased because the traditional kuih muih, brownies, and type of cake is suitable to be served to guests as a side dish. In the third week, the demand decreased slightly and increased again to the fourth week. Demand for samia roll is increasing for time to time. This is because the customer prefers like heavy food for their side dishes. And finally, in June, we only run sales for 2 weeks, starting in the first week and ending in the second week. And the number of requests from customer increased from the first week and second week. This June, we were unable to conduct sales successfully. So this was due to our time destiny in our aspect. So the number of requests ordered by customer we had to limit. And the next week we don't run any sales. and therefore we don't receive any requests for customers. That's all for me about the number of our weekly sales for the month of March to June.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Putri Nagamarina binti Azami. My matrix number is 08DP20F1037. Today, I would like to share about our total sale profit from March to June. The table shown the months from June to March and items such as samyang roll, traditional creamery, brownies and other types of cakes. Okay, this is the bar chart of total sales profit from March to June. Firstly, the result profit of our samyang roll in March is RM2038.80. In April, total sales profit of samyang roll increased to RM2093. Then, in May, the total sales profit rise again from the last month. But in June, the sales profit of samyang roll dropped RM13076 because demand of samyang roll a little bit slow. Second, the total sales profit of creamery in March is RM284 and it jumped RM2620 in April because the demand of creamery is very high during Ramadan for people who are fasting. Next, in May, the total sales profit is RM1700 and it's dropped than April. Same goes in June. The total sales profit go down RM1500. Therefore, the total sales profit of brownies in March RM300, but in April it grew to 110 and also in May 400 ringgit. This is because the demand of brownies is higher than other months. Then, in June, it reduced RM80 than the last month. Lastly, the total sales profit of other types of cakes in March is RM80, but in April, the total sales profit collapsed into RM0 because during Ramadan there is no people want to buy. Next, the total sales profit in May stepped up RM160 than April because there are order from people who like to do open house during Hari Raya. As you can see, the total sales profit in June fall RM110 ringgit.
In a nutshell, our customers are usually from Kuala Lumpur and are followed by Selangor and Perak. Furthermore, there was an increase and decrease in the number of sales from March to June. As a result, our traditional kuih muih has become the customer's favorite.